One of the quickest cooking methods is, I can't hear you, stir fry. And today I'm doing a very simple stir fry. I think one of the important things to remember about stir frying is that the more ingredients that you add, the longer it's gonna take, so simplify it a little bit. Today's recipe, snow peas and beef, and that's it. I'm only using 2 main ingredients, but that's gonna make a pretty authentic tasting stir fry. You don't wanna muddy your stir fries with too many ingredients. Start your week off right, try this one. You know how I'm always going on about ABP, always be prepping? Well, with stir fries, what I actually like to do is mise en place, which is getting everything prepared ahead of time. Because you want to cook really, really quickly, and you want to be able to put things in the pan and take them out fast. And if you're going back and forth for prepping, you may leave it in the pan like 30 seconds too long, and that could ruin your dish. So today, 3/4 of a pound of snow peas and 3/4 of a pound of skirt steak. First of all, I know that you can buy pre-sliced stir-fry beef. If you want to use that, go ahead. But if you are going to slice it yourself, get a skirt steak and freeze it for about 20 minutes. And then it'll be really, really easy to slice very thinly, which is ideal for stir-frying because it cooks so quickly. And then just cut it across the grain. I would say about 1/4 of an inch thick. And as you know, skirt steak is one of my favorites, and it works really well for stir-frying because of the internal fat. Now you just need to do your aromatics, so put your beef aside. Today I'm gonna use 2 cloves of garlic. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use 3 cloves of garlic. Tricked ya. And 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. I'm not using a lot of aromatics here, so the ones that I wanna use pretty generously. Though, if you did have some scallion just laying around in your refrigerator, you could throw that in here too. Just slice those thinly. Ginger, garlic, and scallion is the classic flavor base builder of Chinese cuisine. We used to call it GGS at culinary school. Then you need 2 tablespoons of peeled and minced ginger. Use the side of your thin spoon to peel your ginger and then mince it up. I'm using a lot of ginger, which adds a little bit of a bite to this dish because the last ingredient that I'm using to flavor it is hoisin sauce, which is very, very sweet. So I'm trying to offset that sweetness with a little bit of ginger and garlic to build up the bottom flavors. It's all about balance. To mince your ginger, just first start by slicing crosswise into very, very thin coins, and then stack them up and slice them into little shreds or julienne, and then cut across the shreds into mince. If you like these strips and you want to leave them like that, go right ahead. I actually like it like that, but that's a little too much for some people because ginger is very strong. Now that everything is ready, time to start cooking. Have a wok or a cast iron skillet preheating. I tend to put it on a medium heat while I'm prepping and then turn it up to high when I'm ready to cook. That way you've got a nice solid base of hot. Add a tablespoon of oil and swirl it around. Now, I do like to cook my stir fries in batches because on home stoves you can't get the kind of heat that you get in a Chinese restaurant. And so if you want things to cook nicely, you kind of have to do it in batches. Luckily, it doesn't take that long, so it's not that big of a deal. What you want to do is try to get it in a single layer, especially if you're using a wok. You can go up the sides a little bit because the sides should be hot too. Just cook it until it's golden brown and seared and releases from the pan. It should take about 2 minutes total. Could be more, could be less, depending on the heat of your stove. You want to cook it quickly. I mean, stir frying does mean moving it a lot, but because your stove is probably not as hot and you're probably not using as much oil as in a Chinese restaurant, you do need to let it sit for just a minute or two to build up a crust. Once your steak is golden brown and it releases easily from the pan, you can remove it from the pan and it's time to cook your aromatics. Now that didn't take very long, right? That was about 2 minutes. Add another tablespoon of oil and then the aromatics, the ginger and the garlic. And you just want to cook them until they're fragrant. Depends on how hot your stove is. This could take up to a minute or it could be like 30 seconds. Ah, smells so good already. But you do not want your garlic to burn. That will add icky, icky flavor. Before your garlic has a chance to burn, add your snow peas and cook those. See how quickly this is coming together? Piece of cake. Now's the time when you really want to keep everything moving. Toss them around a little bit. Make sure that your garlic and your ginger is not sticking to the bottom of your pan. And what you're looking for here is for the color of the snow peas to turn just a little bit brighter. If you can continue to do this and open your bottle of hoisin sauce at the same time, I recommend it. Add 3 tablespoons of hoisin and toss it around. Now I'm getting nervous because I'm starting to smell cooking garlic and I don't want it to be burning. So toss it around, cook your peas for just another minute, just maybe not even a minute, 20 seconds till they're coated. The beef goes back in and you're done. My God, stir frying is so exciting. There's 2 more things, some lime juice and some cilantro. Cilantro is optional. A little bit of cilantro, chop that up. Squeeze some lime juice right over your stir fry. It's a really great balance for the hoisin sauce because hoisin is really sweet. Sprinkle it with the cilantro and dinner is done. Serve it up with some rice. The most perfectly cooked white rice. You could use whole wheat. My kid's babysitter used to call brown rice whole wheat rice. I love that. You could use brown rice, but maybe just this once, go for the white. I really like these 2 ingredient stir fries. Cooks more quickly, comes together more quickly, and it doesn't get muddied. Whip up this extremely simple, less than 20-minute dinner. Taste it, let me know what you think. Thumbs up, thumbs down, and tell me, do you want more of these? I do. You can't hate this. There's nothing to hate. It's only love. It's only love, and that is all.